When I think about displaying my roof planes on my construction documents, I want to display all of the roof planes in my plan all at once, regardless of the floor they're drawn on. However, I want roof planes from different floors to display differently. For example, using a dashed line style for roofs on one floor and a solid line style for roofs on another floor. In Chief Architect, we can accomplish that look by using settings within our saved plan views to control the reference display and layer set settings for that reference display. Now, having familiarity with layer sets, reference display, and plan views will be extremely helpful if you're trying to follow along with this video. If you need more information about these topics, see the built-in help within the Chief Architect program. Currently, I'm in the Floor Plan View Shell Plan View. I'll go up to my Plan View drop-down menu and switch to my Roof Plan View. Next, I'll go up to Floor 2 so my highest roof planes are being displayed on top of my first floor roof planes. Here, I want to change what information I'm displaying on my construction documents. I want to highlight my roof planes and de-emphasize my walls and other elements in the plan. The easiest way to do this would be to add a fill style to my existing roof planes. Now, since I have Auto Rebuild Roofs turned on, I can go to the Build Roof dialog by clicking on my Roof Tools parent button and clicking on Build Roofs. In the dialog that comes up, I'll go to the Fill Style panel. Here, I'll choose a fill style of solid, and I'll change the color from the layer color of green to white. Once I've done that, I'll click OK, and the roof planes in my plan now have a solid color fill and will hide any objects I don't want to see in my roof plan view. Next, I want to have solid lines for my roof planes instead of the default dashed lines. I'll make sure my Active Layer Display Options side window is open. To do this, I'll go to the View menu and click on Active Layer Display Options to open that window. Once I've done that, I'll click on one of my roof planes in the plan view. This will bring up a list of all of the layers associated with the roof planes in the side window. Here, I'll select my roof planes layer, and then at the bottom of the window, I'll change the color to black instead of green. Set the line weight to 55, and change the line style from dashed lines to solid lines. Also, while I still have the roof plane selected, I'll click on the Roofs Labels layer and change its color to black. This will change the color of my roof labels to match the color of my roof lines. If you're not seeing the line weight change, ensure you have the line weight set to display. To do that, go to the View menu and ensure there is a check mark next to Line Weights. If there isn't one, click on it to turn on the display of the line weights. Now that I've gotten my roof planes looking the way I want to on the second floor, I'd like to have my roof planes from the first floor display in the same view. To do this, I'm going to edit my roof plan view by going to the Edit Active View button on my toolbar. In the window that comes up, I'm first going to set the floor of my plan view to the second floor. That way, anytime I open my roof plan view, it will automatically go to the second floor. Next, I'm going to go to the Reference Display panel. I'm going to check the Show Reference Floors checkbox and then click OK. Here we'll see the first floor outlined in red. This is the default behavior for reference display. However, we can customize how the reference display functions on a plan view by plan view basis. So, if I go back to my Edit Active View button and to the Reference Display panel, I can use this table to customize the reference display for just my roof plan view. I'll start by setting the floor to Floor Below instead of Automatic. Since we set the floor to second floor previously, this will make it so when I come to the roof plan view, the reference display will show the first floor. Next, I'm going to change what layer set is being used from the reference display layer set to the roof plan layer set. Finally, the order views are listed in the table is the order the views are drawing in. This means currently my first floor is drawing on top of my second floor. So I'll click the Move Down button on the right to move the first floor to draw below the second floor, and then I'll click OK. Now I'm seeing more of what I want my roof plan to look like, but there are still a few modifications to make. First, the roof planes between the floors look a bit too similar, so I want to change their appearance. Second, I'm seeing some first floor walls and railings in my reference display, so I want to turn those off as well. This can all be done by making a custom roof reference layer set. So I'll once again go back to my Edit Active View and the Reference Display panel. Here, I'm going to click on the Define button that's next to the reference display name. This will bring up the layer display options where I can customize layers even more. In this case, I want to make a custom reference layer set, so I'll click on the Copy Set button at the top of the window. I'll then be prompted to give the new copy a name, and I'm going to call this the Roof Plan Ref Layer Set. And then I'll click OK. Now that I've created a new layer set, I can customize it without making changes to my existing roof plan layer set. First thing I'll do is get rid of the extra objects I don't want to see. So I'll come down to the Select All button and then click on the Display checkbox until it's empty. This will select all of the layers in the plan and set them all to not display in this layer set. In the Name filter box, I'll search for Roof. I'll then scroll through the list and find Roof Planes. I'm going to set that layer to display by clicking on the Display column. I'm then going to change the color from black to gray, and I'll also change the line weight to 25 and set the line style back to dashed. Before I click OK, I'm also going to find the Roof's Labels layer and make sure it's set to display as well. I also want the color of the label to match the color of my roof planes, so I'll click on the color swatch. I'll use the eyedropper to click on the same color as the one I'm using for my roof planes layer, and then I'll click OK. I'll click OK again to get out of the layer display options and back to my plan view controls. Here, I'll want to verify my referenced floor is now using the Roof Plan Ref layer set. If it's not, click on the dropdown and select that layer set, and then click OK. And now I have my first and second floor roof planes displaying in the same view. The last step I need to do is save the changes I made to our roof plan view. To do this, I'm simply going to come up and click on the Save Active View button. This will save those changes for the plan view. So now, to see this in action, I'll switch to my Floor Plan View Shell plan view and go down to the first floor. I can then change back to my roof plan view and notice it has put me back on floor 2 with the roof planes from the first floor displaying just like we had it set up. Now that I have this view looking the way I want it to look, I'll go ahead and click on the Send to Layout button and send this roof plan view to my construction documents and continue making the rest of my plan.